Community of learned women and men. The 169th commencement exercises of Westfield State College are now in session. I am Erica Pilver, Professor of Political Science. As Grand Marshal, it is my responsibility to ensure that our day truly is grand. And so I have a few reminders to share so that all of our guests enjoy to the fullest this very special occasion, the most joyous of the academic year. First, we ask that here, as in the classroom, please turn off your cell phones. Also, please note that the college has special seating in the front of the tent for those guests who need the services of a signer and for those in wheelchairs. Finally, for those guests who would be more comfortable indoors, we are broadcasting the commencement live in the Ely Campus Center, the Dining Commons, and Dever Auditorium in Parenzo Hall. And now I ask that you please remain standing and join the Westfield State College Wind Symphony and Kelly Danner of the class of 2008 in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the 19th president of Westfield State College, Dr. Evan S. Dobell.
Good morning. What a great honor it is for me to join our college community this morning and for our guests at my very first Westfield State College commencement. It is a genuine pleasure to launch the class of 2008 into the next stage of their lives. And this class is one that will remain in my heart for the rest of my days. You have welcomed me as the 19th president. I thank you for seeing me through my first semester, and this is my graduation as much as it is yours. And I especially thank our senior class officers who have done such a commendable job in making this class a cohesive team, committed to the mission and the values and the future of Westfield State College. And I believe that as alumni, all of you will continue to demonstrate your leadership as a class and as example to those that will follow. I think we all appreciate the historic character of Westfield State, founded by Horace Mann in 1838 as the first public coeducational school for teacher preparation in the United States. You respect the erudition in the industry of our distinguished faculty. You demonstrate the spirit and ideals that distinguish our students, their sincere desire to develop character and intellect and to effect positive change in the world. You help us carry forth the message of transformative power of public higher education. It is due to the personal and professional contributions of students and graduates like you that Westfield ensures a bright future for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and pursues new opportunities around the globe. You have lived up to our very high expectations and exceeded perhaps even your own. I share the pride of our faculty in your growth. I share the pride of your families and friends in your success, and if I can for a moment, I want to thank all of those families. I thank you for entrusting us with your children, with your sons and with your daughters. I thank you for giving us your grandchildren, your sisters, your brothers, your nieces, your nephews. I commend you on the fine job you have done in preparing them for this moment. I know you are very special because this class of 2008 is very special indeed. There are many others here today who would like to share their best wishes with you. And first, may I introduce, representing our faculty, Associate Professor of English and Chair of the All-College Committee, Professor Jack Shea. Jack.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to announce the names of 5 members of the Westfield State College faculty who the students have voted to be honored as outstanding professors. As I read your name, I ask you to please stand to be recognized, and I ask the audience to please hold its applause until I have finished reading all the names. From the Department of Music, Professor Timothy Atherton. From the Department of Education, Professor Sandra Berkowitz. From the Department of Communication, Professor John Paulman. From the Department of Political Science, Professor David Smales. And from the Department of Psychology, Professor Jack Speiler. Congratulations to you all. President Dobell, trustees, honored guests, fellow faculty and librarians, and parents and students of the class of 2008. It is my distinct honor and privilege to bring to you greetings, congratulations, and best wishes from the faculty and librarians of Westfield State College. As a person, as an academic, I cannot stand before you graduates and not acknowledge that which confronts you in this perilous and turbulent time in our country's history and in that of the world. Forgive me, but I cannot deliver to you the familiar bromides that are the substance of so many commencement speeches. Not now. For as we all know, all is not well. We live in disfigured times, the novelist Saul Bellow once wrote. Our times, our nation, have been disfigured by terror, by war, by deceit, by greed, by neglect, by mischief, by thievery, and by treachery. Between the time you entered high school in the year 2000 to your college graduation today in 2008, we have become so disfigured as to be virtually unrecognizable to those who have come before us. Sadly, the world today can no longer identify our misshapen form, for it bears little resemblance to the America of the past. This is the great tragedy of our time. And it is a tragedy not just for us, but for the world as well. The great treasures of our country, both human and economic, have been squandered. Our lust for power, for comfort, for affluence has been charged on your credit card. and the interest is very high. This is the world that you are entering. This is your most unfortunate inheritance. The time is out of joint, observed Shakespeare's Hamlet, commenting on a world resembling our own. And despite his lamentations, Hamlet knows that it falls to him to set it right. And so it does to you. It takes great courage to act, but act you must. You must act against powerful and entrenched forces, the forces of alienation, division, avarice, conflict, and disfigurement. These forces are arrogant, they are shameless, they are soulless, and they are cunning. They hide their treachery behind the mask of virtue. They seduce us with false piety, betray us with deceitful promises, and slay us with a brand of justice most foul. They steal our future and our good name with a smile. They prey upon our fears, our weaknesses, our discontents. They turn us against one another. They offer us comfort in our hour of distress, but at a cost most dear. They resist that which is just, that which is necessary, that which is best. They insist that we alone are entitled to the riches of the earth, and that conflict, conquest, and domination are in our interest. Be smart against these foes. Be discerning and discriminating, for they play a game for fools. They exploit ignorance. They simplify the complex. They make us comfortable with our prejudices. Be informed. Be knowledgeable. Recognize their sleight of hand. And you must act. You must act against these villains, these tricksters, these frauds, these cowards that hide behind their masks. You must act to set it right, to restore this country to its proper form, so that once again we and the world can recognize who we truly are and who we have always been. This is your charge. This is your cause. You have the will and the strength to do it. You have the means. You have taken your place in the community of learned men and women. You are prepared to cross the threshold into the adult world of responsibility. We faculty have great confidence in your intelligence, your talents, and your abilities to forge a better life, a better country, a better world. So now, you must act. Time is short. Be not the fool. Be not the coward. Be the warrior. Be heroic. Go forward, lead, engage the struggle, fight. Leave this country, this world to your children and your grandchildren better than we have left it to you. And in these struggles, let the measure of your life be your integrity, your dignity, your courage, and your compassion. And let it be said of you and yours, they took up arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, ended them. It has fallen to you to set it right, and you are ready. Congratulations, best wishes, and thank you.
Jack, we thank you. And now, bringing greetings on behalf of the Commonwealth is our distinguished State Senator, the Honorable Michael R. Knapik.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dobell, and on behalf of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the Great and General Court, let me congratulate the members of the class of Westfield State College 2008. And Dr. Dobell, let me help welcome you officially and publicly here to this great college and to thank the Board of Trustees for bringing you here to this institution and for what we hope will be one of many semesters that you will help assist this college community and also our city of Westfield. Our newly elected Mayor Belanger, welcome also to your first graduation ceremonies here at Westfield State College. I'm proud to be a part of the Westfield State College family, at least somewhat by association. My mother was a graduate of the college. My father was a graduate of the college. My cousin Vic Ascolillo is a member of the distinguished faculty. And Thursday evening, my wife graduated from the graduate program here at Westfield State College. So for that reason, I'm very proud to call all of you part of my family. I want to thank the members of the faculty and the staff for all you do for all the students, graduate students, undergraduates, and so many others, and help guide them on their life's journey and on their education. I want to thank and to congratulate members of families who are here today, who guide these young students through their life's journey, who guide them to this extremely exciting and important day in their young lives. And graduates of the class of 2008, I know soon you'll be welcomed into the family of alumni of this institution. And I want to ask you to help us continue to steward and shepherd this great college across and throughout New England and our great Commonwealth, and to help the faculty and the staff and Representative Humison, President Dobell, the trustees, to tell the story of Westfield State College, because nobody can do it better than each and every one of you. Congratulations as you all go forward. Thank you for being a part of Westfield, and best wishes always. Thank you.
Michael, thank you. Also bringing greetings on behalf of the Commonwealth is our state representative, and as importantly to us, a member of the class of 1989, Representative Donald F. Humison, Jr. Don.
Thank you and good morning. President Dobell, trustees, faculty, staff, and librarians, administrators, distinguished members of the Platform Party, parents and grandparents, family and friends, and most especially to you, the students of the Westfield State College class of 2008, good morning and congratulations. Thank you for the privilege of being with you this morning once again, and I am honored to be able to bring the greetings of the House of Representatives and the Great and General Court. As I remind the distinguished gathering each year, there are 5 members of the Massachusetts House who are proud to call Westfield State College their alma mater. And as I look out across this group in front of me, I hope that we will be able to welcome more members to the House or to the Senate in the future. Like you, Westfield State College is my alma mater. 19 years ago, I sat where you sit now. Next year is my 20th college reunion, and I have to get planning it soon. I'm pleased to welcome to our college President Dobell and his wife, Kit. President Dobell, your energy, your enthusiasm, your love of higher education is surpassed only by the members of this graduating class sitting here before us today. On a personal note, I would like to congratulate a member of your class, a woman who worked in my office this year as a legislative intern. Jennifer Espinosa, congratulations, this is your day. I listened intently to what Professor Shea said earlier, and I would just say this, in the words of the late President Ronald Reagan, there is nothing wrong with America that what's right with America can't fix. Go forward today and be what's right with America. Thank you and congratulations.
Don, thank you. And now to bring greetings on behalf of our historic city of Westfield, 1669, is the mayor in his first term, Michael R. Belanger. Mayor.
Thank you, Dr. Dobell. I can't tell you what an honor it is for me to be here for such a beautiful occasion on this beautiful day. And what I'd like to do is, on behalf of all the citizens of Westfield, is welcome all the parents, all your relatives, and say thank you to the students for being and choosing Westfield for the last 4 years. I feel so fortunate, and we as a community feel so fortunate to have a higher learning institution such as Westfield State College, the quality learning education with such a beautiful campus in our midst. It is a tremendous gem for the city, and we all appreciate it very much. We have a growing partnership with the Westfield State College that gets stronger by the day, and I think for those of you who will be here even longer, I think you'll see the college expanding into even further into the community, into various parts of the community, so that we can both thrive and prosper with your presence and the community's warmth. So with that, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2008 and tell you that I envy your position. I think it's very exciting to begin your career. I think I want to tell you that you can do, from my standpoint, you can do anything your heart chooses to do. You just have to want it bad enough. You get out there with confidence, willing to dedicate hard work, and you will be successful, and you will contribute to the community and to the country, and we're all looking forward to that. So on behalf of the city of Westfield, once again, congratulations on your successful 4 years, and the best of luck from the community. Thank you.
Michael, thank you. And now to represent the Alumni Association, from the class of 1993, Tolan Gladden. Tolan?
Good morning. I'm going to start off first by saying a little bit nervous. You know, I've talked in front of people before, but never such a large group. And if I falter, you just have to deal with it. But beyond that, first let me say thank you to President Dobell for allowing me this moment and this opportunity to speak in front of you, to the Board of Trustees, to our honorary degree candidates, to faculty and staff, friends, families, cousins, babies' mamas, babies' daddies, anybody that could make it today. Thank you for coming, because you know the class of 2008 deserves this, and I congratulate them. Now, in my haste for preparing to come out here and speak, I had this great speech prepared, and I rushed out here because Kim Trudeau told me you got to get there early. So 7:15, I was in my car, leaving Wilbraham, rushing up here, and I got here at like 7:45, and there was nobody here. So I sat out in the parking lot, and I was like, oh man, I forgot my great speech. It probably would have bored you to death, so that little bit of time I had in the parking lot, I put a few words together, and here they are. I can promise you one thing: I will not be kissing any livestock. That's just one promise. It takes a great man to do that, and that's something that I can't do, and he's a better man than I. But truly, I'd just like to say that, again, in my haste, I did notice that a lot of things we do have to deal with time management. You know, I was rushing up here, and you know, due to a lack of time, I forgot the great speech, and I started thinking, you know, I never have time to do anything. I had a meeting the other day with a few of the magistrate judges that I work for, and you know, they were talking about, you know, how could we condense things and get these hearings over quicker. And you know, I went back to my desk. I had a ton of work to do. I never had time to complete it all, and you know, so I figured we have time to do nothing. You know, once you finish your work here at Westfield and you go on into your own lives, you will see how quick the time passes you by. So I definitely just wanted to make sure that, you know, to the class of 2008, that you know, take some time to appreciate life. You know, now's the time in your lives and our lives that, you know, we're in historic times. You know, we have the possibility of having a female or an African American as the you know, Democratic nominee, which is. We're definitely going to see gas prices hit $5 a gallon. That's nothing to applaud, but again, these are historical times, and these are the times we live in. And you know, some are good times and some are bad times. But when you go back to your families today and they have those tears of joy, just remember, I'm almost certain that those tears of joy are coming from the happiness that they have from your accomplishments. Also, they're going to be so happy that you're well and on your way out of their house so they can live their lives and do their thing, because time is of the essence, and I truly wanted you guys all just to appreciate that. You know, value the time you have, value the time you had here, and I hope to see you all at homecoming October 16th. One more note, we have tote bags for all the graduates, so grab them on your way out. Thanks, and have a great day.
Tolan, thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing the class of 2008 is its president, Michael J. Primo. Michael.
Thank you. Good morning. Love you guys. Chairman Foley and distinguished members of the Board of Trustees, President Dobell, respected faculty and staff, honorary degree recipients and elected officials, family and friends, and most importantly, members of the class of 2008. Welcome to the 169th commencement of Westfield State College. I have spent countless hours trying to figure out how to approach this speech and find precisely the words to portray the message of what I wanted to say. Some people told me that I should try and be sentimental. Well, for those of you who know me, that probably isn't quite the best route for me to take. Others suggested that I should try to be funny during the speech. This would be a novel idea, but for the fact that our commencement speaker writes for the hit television show The Simpsons, quite frankly, I don't think I'd be able to compare. So as the weeks passed on and I continued to procrastinate, I decided to surf the internet thinking there has to be something that I could use. One day, I came across a site that gave me two pieces of advice. The first was not to quote anything from some cliche song, especially Time of Your Life by Green Day. So for those of you who are worried if I would do that, I'm promising you now I will not have any sappy lyrics quoted. The second bit of advice I received was to make the graduating seniors come alive for the family and friends who have come out to support our class. This is an idea that truly stuck out to me. Over the years, there have been so many unique experiences and stories that I wish I could share them all. From the times that we've laughed together and cried together, and especially the times that we said, "Did I really do that?" Only to be confirmed when pictures were posted the next day all over Facebook. Last night, those who participated in Senior Week were able to watch the senior slideshow. In it, we saw hundreds of pictures ranging from freshman year through this semester. Over the years, something has happened to all of us. As we watched, what I found most interesting was how much everyone has matured. We've grown from immature adolescents to some truly remarkable young adults. We are now embarking on a new, sometimes scary, yet at the same time, amazingly exciting journey. Many of us may be going off to grad school, enlisting in the armed forces, or starting a career. What I have noticed as I've read other speeches is that most acknowledge in some form or another that we are about to go our own ways or down separate paths. And you know what? It's true. No longer will we be able to walk down the hall to visit and say hello to a friend, or see a familiar face as we were walking to class or trying to sneak into the dining commons. And while it's sad to think of the things we will no longer be able to do, it makes me glad to remember the things that only our class will be able to say we experienced. Things such as Westfield State before Facebook. Think about it. We're the last class graduating that knows what Westfield is like without it. Or the walk of shame, when it included the extra lap around the new hall construction site. Or perhaps most memorably, Westfield State with an entire floor of Courtney Hall designated as just freshmen. Thanks to members of our class, I think it's safe to say the college will release zoo animals on campus before they assign another freshman floor in a residence hall. We are the class that reversed the curse, and were able to cheer on the Red Sox to 2 World Series championships. We've experienced not 1 or 2, but 3 college presidents. And I must say, we have benefited greatly since receiving our new president. The typical atmosphere that I've noticed, among past senior classes has been that seniors are ready to leave and take on new adventures. This year, I don't think a day has passed since our new president has arrived that I haven't heard, why do we have to graduate now? Or why didn't we start college this year? It is a true testament to the impact Dr. DeBell has had. So I speak for the entire class when I say thank you for making our final semester one filled with excitement and enthusiasm. I could go on for hours, as I'm sure we all could, reminiscing of some of the fantastic memories we have from Westfield State. But I think it's most important to recognize some specific people who have had a significant impact, not only on the Westfield campus, but the greater Westfield community and beyond. When I say that Westfield State is graduating a spectacular class, it's because the class of 2008 has some of the kindest, most charitable, and remarkable individuals I know. There are people like your class officers, Sarah Odachowski, Patrick Logan, Kerry Lyons, Randy Lucius, Karen Mealy, Lisa Wilkinson, Kelly Danner, Joe DePiero, Celeste Evans, and Ashley White, who have spent the past 2 years working to raise $18,000 in order to donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation in order to grant the wishes of 3 children who suffer from life-threatening illnesses. Or members of the Student National Education Association, Jackie Turner, Stephanie Gynakopoulos, Stephanie Hill, Chrissy Barry, Kristen Pellegrinelli, and coordinator Sarah Odachowski, who have worked tirelessly to raise $12,000 to renovate an elementary school in Shrewsbury in honor of Liz Conley, one of our classmates and their board members who tragically lost her life. Some individuals have decided to dedicate much of their time in order to simply raise money for whatever charity needed assistance, such as Circle K members Leanne LaJoy, Lauren Maisalata, Franco Villaro, and Michelle Drakowski, who assisted with raising and donating $3,875 to benefit 11 different charities, including performing 897 hours of community service this year alone. Then there are those who don't get recognized as often, but have given their time and of themselves, such as Lindsay Safali, John Muse, Chrislyn Doran, Natalie Gardner, Adam Nichols, Courtney Andros, Andrea LeClaire, Emily Taft, and Greg Vernon, who have chosen an alternative spring break and work to build homes with Habitat for Humanity. Or Becky Cook, John Petty, and Lauren Vandenbulk, who gave up their winter vacation to travel to New Orleans to assist with rebuilding and the Katrina relief effort. Some have more personal connections and work for causes outside of clubs on campus, such as Charlene St. Croix, who worked to raise $10,000 for a charity that holds a significant and personal place in her heart. Or students like Bridget Hartley, who, when faced with adversity, chose to sacrifice her own experience at college and commute from over 2 hours away when her mother fell ill from breast cancer and her family needed her. These are the kinds of people that are graduating today. And while there are so many more I could speak of, given the time, I hope every person congratulates their students today, not only on graduating from college, but for being young adults who see the bigger picture and strive to improve it. Over the past 4 years, we have learned from so many great people, some very valuable life lessons. And there is a special group of people whom get thanked too infrequently, but the reasons why we are here today, about to receive our diplomas. They deserve a great deal of respect, and most certainly have my admiration. The faculty and staff of Westfield State College. From my first year here, I knew I had made the right decision in coming to Westfield. I'm sure as each of us thinks about our relationships over the years, we can think of someone, whether they were a professor, a coach, or even someone you've worked for, that has positively contributed to our experience at Westfield State College. Many of you mean so much to me personally, and I'd like to thank you for being more than professors and mentors to us, but for taking an interest in our personal development and growth. As we walk across the stage later today, please know that we thank you for building friendships that will last a lifetime. Now, if you would please indulge me while I take a moment to thank the most important people in my life, my family. To my brother Chris and sisters Leanne and Nikki, please know that I have learned so much from each of you through everything we have gone through over the years. Even though I may not express it often, I truly cherish the bonds we have formed. You are all very important in my life, and I want to thank you for being such a great support system for me, especially when I've needed you most. To my mom and dad, you have both sacrificed a lot over the years in order to make sure I never went without. While I know it was often difficult, I want you both to know I am the person I am today because of you, and I love you very much. Mom, I wanted to say thank you for being my pillar of strength, especially over this past year. I am so grateful that I've been able to spend time with you while I've done my internship this past semester. You are simply the most amazing woman I know, and I'm proud to call you Mom. I have already stated that I don't want to quote anything too sappy, and I would probably wind up messing up the quote anyways. There is, however, a saying that many people have heard that says something along the lines of, life is not a destination, but a journey along the way. While I think it is a good approach to life, I prefer the one that says it's not necessarily the journey that matters, but the friends you meet along the way. I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank my roommates. I've had the honor and privilege of living with 5 of the most amazing guys for the past 2 years: Dave Johansson, Eric Walker, Matt Miner, Rob Kroll, and Sean Brown. You guys have always kept me guessing about what would come next and really taught me to unwind, relax, and simply enjoy college. Please know I love you. You're like family, and I thank you for making the past 2 years truly something else. To Westfield State, class of 2008, congratulations.
Michael, thank you. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you our commencement speaker. He has made us believe that a mythical town and a family of cartoon characters are as real as our next-door neighbors. His creative work has earned the television industry's highest award, the Emmy, not only once, but 6 times. And this California writer and producer raised in West Springfield, clever enough to put painfully funny words into the mouths of the Simpsons, was also clever enough to make sure that his daughter Allison enrolled at Westfield State College. And Allison is graduating today, much to her father's delight and satisfaction, and much to our delight and satisfaction. Mike Scully is willing to share his perspectives with the class of 2008 and all of our guests. Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Mike Scully.
Hi, how you all doing? I started out as a stand-up comic, so I have to say, where are you from? It's just an old habit. All right, this is obviously a huge honor. I didn't know what I was going to talk about today either, and then I asked some of the other guys at The Simpsons. I said, "What do you think I should?" And they said, "Who are you following?" And I said, "Mike Primo," and they said, "You're screwed." And I was going to sing the Star Spangled Banner, and Kelly Danner ripped that off. So I had to come up with something. I thought while I was up here I could do a little product placement for Aquafina, the choice of more college graduates. And now I go home and see if a check comes. Anyhow, while I am very flattered, and thank you for the introduction, I am very flattered to be your commencement speaker today. I must confess, as I stand before you, the biggest fraud to ever receive an honorary degree. Normally, these are reserved for people who have already earned a real college degree, and the honorary one is kind of a symbolic bonus. But that's not the case for me. This is, in fact, my first college degree. So I'm very proud. Thank you. And my kids are really pissed. They can't believe I did not have to attend one class to do this. So in a way, it makes this all very worthwhile for me. So I'm actually going to make them call me Dr. Dad from now on. And I think I also have the power to write out prescriptions. So if anybody out there is interested. All right, let's face it. I've got to face facts here. There are some incredibly accomplished people on this podium today that are also receiving honorary degrees that are far more deserving than me. There is a Pulitzer Prize-winning author, a highly respected judge. You are highly respected, aren't you? I'm just checking. Which way? Oh, there you are. Okay, sorry. A man in charge of running an entire city, a woman responsible for breakthroughs in cancer patient care, an internationally acclaimed artist, an advocate for the mentally, physically challenged, and me, cartoon boy. It just ain't right. But nonetheless, I stand here as the proud recipient of a Doctor of Fine Arts degree. And to show you how much I don't deserve this honor, when I found out what the degree that I was getting, I immediately told my kids I was getting a Doctor of Fine Farts degree. Is this really the kind of person you want to honor? Really? All right, too late now. 3,000-mile flight, you're stuck. So, actually, I was kind of hoping that this degree, are those the degrees right there? I was kind of hoping that this degree, this moment would kind of work like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz, that the minute I'm holding it, I instantly become a genius. In fact, I want to try it right now. The sum of the square root of any two sides of an isosceles triangle. Oh shit, who am I kidding? I can't get that. Keep your props nearby. All right. You may be wondering why a moron like myself was chosen to give this speech. The blame has to go to your student advisor, Lori Simpson. A good friend of mine from West Springfield High School, class of 1974. Lori actually called me to speak at last year's ceremony, but it was only like 2 weeks away. So I figured someone must have canceled at the last second and they were frantically searching for a last-minute replacement. So I figured it was probably down to a list of like me, Woodsy Owl, O.J. Simpson, and that old guy on the Six Flags commercials who dances around. Anyway, I asked if I could come this year instead because I knew my daughter Allison would be graduating. You are graduating, aren't you, Allison? All right. I never did see the final transcript, so. Anyhow, so I don't want you to get the wrong impression of me, though. I actually did go to college. Okay, I attended college, as they like to say. Okay, community college for one day. All right, half a day. And I skipped my first 2 classes. But I have lots of fond memories of my 90 minutes at Holyoke Community College. And I always regretted leaving when I was just 3 years and 364 and a half days away from getting a degree, but I actually had a great reason to leave college. The school policy was if you quit within the first 3 days, you get your money back. And I was paying for it for myself, and I really needed the cash because Springsteen was on tour, and I needed tickets. So if I had to make that decision again today, I would certainly make it differently. I would go through a ticket broker so I could score better seats. Seriously, the reason I quit school was quite simple. I didn't know what to do with my life yet, and I couldn't help feeling that I was going to college just because everyone else was, and that didn't seem like a good enough reason to me. For better or worse, I took a different path, one that led to working at a fast food restaurant, a janitor in a hospital, a driving instructor for Winchester Auto School, and a desk clerk at a sleazy motel on Route 5 that proudly advertised its hourly rates. That's all true. That's all true. They were all low-paying jobs, but they taught me one very important thing. Low-paying jobs suck. Remember that. Okay. However, they instilled in me a work ethic that's been with me since my 16th birthday, when my father lovingly said to me, "Happy birthday, now get a job, you long-haired freak." And I want to jump ahead now to 9 years later, when I'm celebrating my 25th birthday, riding around in a car with my friends, drinking and listening to Leonard Skinner. And I should clarify that at the time the drinking age was 18, so I was just following government orders. Would not be doing that now. Anyhow, that night out with my friends, I had an epiphany. Now, of course, at 25, I was too stupid to know what the word epiphany meant. So let's just say I had an important thought. I realized I wanted to do something more with my life, but I didn't know what. I made a mental list of all the things I was passionate about, the things that I would do even if nobody paid me to do them. Number one was riding around in a car with my friends drinking and listening to Leonard Skinner. So I crossed that off the list. Comedy had always been a passion of mine. I grew up with my eyes glued to the TV because my father had strange ways of punishing us. All right. That was 2 a.m. last night. That's not bad. That's all right. They kept asking me to email my speech like 3 days ago, and they didn't believe me that it wasn't finished yet. And I was really heavily influenced at that age by people like Woody Allen, the Marx Brothers, Johnny Carson, George Carlin, the Smothers Brothers, the Dick Van Dyke Show, and many, many others, including my family. My brother Brian, who writes for Family Guy, and my brother Neil, who's a hockey writer in Western Mass. And my family was great and very supportive of this insane career choice. They always laughed when I opened my mouth full of chewed food at the dinner table. And it's a joke I'm not above using to this day. I was also influenced by some excellent teachers in the West Springfield public school system. And my first grade teacher was named Miss Drucker, and she would encourage me to write plays and poetry. And I'm not sure if she really believed I was talented or just liked watching the bullies kick my ass at recess. I'm going to choose to believe the latter, and for that I thank her. She was a great teacher. As a matter of fact, when she got married and moved away, I was really sad. I was 6 years old, and she and her husband invited me to stay with them for a week in Brookline that summer, and I did. And for a teacher to take that kind of personal interest in a student was really amazing. I mean, if a teacher invited a 7-year-old boy to spend the week with them today, truly, it would be considered inappropriate, and instead of people admiring the teacher for that dedication, there would be immediately, suspicions of child abuse. Now, don't get me wrong, they abused the hell out of me. But they could have picked any kid, and they chose me. So for that, I'm truly honored. My children are so proud right now. Now, seriously, for the legal record, Ms. Drucker and her husband were wonderful to me. I don't want the cops showing up at their door after that. Besides, I think the statute of limitations has run out, and the memories are too painful, so let's not talk about it. Let's get back to me making this life-altering decision and trying to decide what I'm going to do. I thought ahead in my years to other teachers, and it brought me to my 6th grade teacher, Mr. James Doyle, who I'm very, very honored is sitting here today. Stand up, Mr. Doyle. He wants me to call him Jim, but I just can't. It feels too weird. He's still Mr. Doyle to me. Anyhow, Mr. Doyle was one of those teachers you never forget. First of all, that's not true at all. Now, Mr. Doyle was the best teacher I ever had. He had a passion for teaching that was infectious. On his own time and with his own money, he started an elementary school newspaper called The Weekly Flash, and he made me the editor of the paper. And I took the job very seriously, writing and rewriting every day, and we had riveting headlines like, "Boy loses lunch money," and "Lunch lady gets new hairnet," and things like that. And "Squirrel steals principal's nuts." All right, I made that one up. That one's not true at all. But that wasn't the point. The point was Mr. Doyle was teaching us something. He was really teaching, and not just making us memorize names and dates, and we loved it. He left an impression on me at 11 years old that 14 years later would help me to decide what to do with my life. And on my 25th birthday, I made the decision to move to California and pursue a career in comedy. And thank you, Mr. Doyle, for that. I really appreciate it. Aquafina thanks you, too. If I hadn't been lucky enough to have teachers that inspired me to write, like Mr. Doyle, the world might have been deprived the joy of seeing Bart's penis in the Simpsons movie. So you should be very proud of that, Mr. Doyle. See, ironically, as I stand here in this heavy wool robe that's giving me rashes in places I haven't had since summer camp, one of my greatest motivators to succeed as a writer was the fact that I didn't have a college degree to fall back on. I had no other marketable skills. I mean, at least ones that didn't involve a mop and a bucket. And so I had to succeed. I don't recommend it for everyone, particularly those younger kids out there today, but it just happened to work for me. Because I think an education is invaluable, but without passion and hard work, an education quickly becomes just a bunch of stuff you know while you're doing a job that doesn't fulfill you. And I've done enough of those jobs, and that's one of the few things where I actually know what I'm talking about. Do I regret not going to college? Absolutely. For starters, I hear I missed lots of great parties. Also, I never dreamed I'd wind up sitting in the Simpsons writer's room. 18 Harvard graduates and me, the village idiot, who went to community college for half a day. I'll never forget my first day working at The Simpsons. I was scared to death. I was convinced that any joke I pitched would be the stupidest thing ever said by a human being. And so I just sat there in silence day after day, but I knew if I could overcome that fear, I could do it. And then finally, one day, after about 2 weeks, I got up the nerve to pitch a joke, and I was right. It was the stupidest thing ever said by a human being. But the next day I pitched another joke, and it actually made it into the script. And I've never forgotten that joke, and in the interest of filling time, I'm going to share it with you right now. Am I past my quota? Or? All right, okay. Here was the joke, if you've seen the episode. Homer had blown the family's life savings by investing in pumpkin futures. And then he decided to hold on to them until after Halloween and Thanksgiving, convinced they would be worth much more in January for some reason. So, and when you pitch jokes on The Simpsons as a writer, you can't just pitch the joke in your own voice. You have to do your bad impression of the character voice, which just makes it that much more humiliating. So here's how I had to pitch my joke. Hang on one second. I have to get into Marge. All right, here we go. Homie. It's early in the morning. I gotta get one more crack. Homie, I can't believe you. Oh, that's terrible. Homie, I can't believe you lost our life savings. I've never been angry at you. And then Homer replies, ashamed, I don't blame you for being mad, honey, and I'll understand if you want to sleep on the couch tonight. That was my very first Simpsons joke. Thank you. It was 1993, so I would have been like 21, 22. Yeah, right. It was a great moment because I finally felt accepted by the other writers, and a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. If in your life you face similar challenges, don't shy away from them. Go for it. The worst that can happen is you get fired and you lose your home and you lose your family, but at least you know you had the satisfaction of giving it your best. And then, isn't that what it's really all about? Okay, it's probably apparent by now I don't really have anything profound to say. Here, might as well embrace that fact. What I thought I might do is read you a long list of inspirational quotes from some of the greatest minds of our time, people like Shakespeare, Winston Churchill, Albert Einstein. Would you like that? I didn't think so. Or I could read some quotes from the minds of some of my favorite people, the Fox censors. Well, let's go by applause. Shakespeare, the Fox censors. That's good because I had no Shakespeare with me. All right, these are actual notes you get. When you're running The Simpsons, they send you little notes. They read every version of every script that comes in, and they send you these notes of what they deem acceptable for television, and sometimes they make suggestions to replace them with. So I'm just going to share a few of those with you right now, because these are things the public never gets to see or hear. Let's see, page 39. Reverend Lovejoy's reference to the Bible as a 2,000-page sleeping pill is unacceptable. All right, here's another one. Please leave to the audience's imagination what groundskeeper Willie is fishing for and finds in the toilet. Oh, this is one of their helpful suggestions where they worry about offending people. Please revise Don Rickles' line in which he refers to the Puerto Rican trying to steal hubcaps. Something generic like illegal alien also works. Yes, that's how Don Rickles has been famous for 50 years. Anyhow, now here's a joke that we wrote many, many years ago, and they found it very offensive, and it wound up 2 years later actually being the truth. So we were ahead of our time on this one. Please revise Chief Wiggum's statement implying that the Olympic Committee can be bought. Homer's "screw you" is unacceptable. As an alternate, we will accept "forget you." I know how many times I've told people off, tell them, "Forget you, man." It's very effective. Let's see. The decapitation of the French soldier is unacceptable. Please find another way to kill him. The sign reading "The Lazy Eye Ranch" with a sign below reading "Formerly Lazy Eye Japanese Internment Camp" is unacceptable. That is pretty awful. I think I might have to agree with him on that one. And, do not have Homer smoking the reefer. Well, we know that. So. Sometimes we put things in just so that it's to distract their attention from something else we're trying to sneak in. We did one of those last season. There was a joke on the show where Homer wanted to have Homer taking a Viagra-type drug, but we couldn't say the word Viagra, so we had to come up with our own name for it. So we called it Bonestra. And they said that was unacceptable for broadcast, and they asked us to provide an alternative. So as a joke, we sent over one called Jam It In. And that's the one that's in the show. True. Let me know if I've crossed a line here. I don't know. Yeah. Come on, they're all 18, right? Yeah. All right. I actually lost my place here, and I was being so good. Oh, here we go, right here. All right. So that's the end of the censor. Oh, I'll tell you one very quick censor story from Fox. Just because when you go out into your adult life, please do not become one of these people who's dying to be offended by something you see on television. Not that there aren't offensive things, there truly are, and I believe there are people that cross the line like that, but there are also people who just sit by their TV at night with a pad just waiting to be offended. The Simpsons has been on for almost 20 years. If you really don't like it, maybe it's time to change the channel. I think a great age for kids to start watching the show truly is around 8 or 9 years old. I think they can pick up on some of the humor, and it's kind of like Rocky and Bullwinkle when we were kids. They were doing a different show than we thought they were doing. They were doing a show with jokes for adults. They were doing political humor, and we thought it was about a talking moose. So anyhow. One quick Fox censor story. Years ago, we did a Super Bowl episode, and we wanted to do a parody of a Super Bowl commercial where the commercial is so crazy you can't really tell what the product is because the commercial's so nuts. So we did a parody of a ZZ Top commercial, and I know you kids out there love ZZ Top. But anyhow, we wanted to do like a music video with a nerdy guy driving through the desert, and he pulls into this little gas station. And when he pulls in there, these 3 girls come out, and they very sexually and suggestively pop the hood and put the nozzle in the gas tank. And so we did the whole thing, but we didn't know what the product was going to be at the end of the commercial. So finally, we just needed a tagline, and one of the writers said, "The Catholic Church." We've made a few changes. We thought it was funny because it was so out of context with the commercial that people would not be offended by it. But sure enough, the Fox censor called, and he said, you cannot say the Catholic Church in an episode. And he said it's incredibly offensive to people's religions. And we didn't want to offend people's religions, but he kept this argument up. We explained our side. He maintained it was offensive to religion. So, but finally I said, well, we're not changing it. If you want to, you can change it. And he suggested a compromise. How about if we change it to Methodist? So I said, it's okay to offend Methodists, but not okay to offend. So anyway, that's the kind of stuff you see when you're trying to put a show together. Those are the notes you get. Anyhow, what's it been, like 4 or 5 hours now? The class of 2009 is actually lining up outside, I think. All right, I don't want to close a commencement speech quoting the Fox censor, so I think I'm supposed to have some words of wisdom of my own. So never have the phrase, here goes nothing, meant more. Number 1, know what's going on in the world because it will affect you. Read a newspaper or watch a half hour of a TV news channel every day, and I don't mean the E channel, Sarah. Or the Fox News channel, for that matter. You can actually get more accurate reporting on the E channel than you can the Fox. Try CNN, MSNBC. Just watch for a half an hour, 20 minutes. If TV news is too depressing, watch people like Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert, Bill Maher's show on HBO. You'll learn something while you're laughing. So you got to know what's going on. Regarding the environment, You know, I could lecture you for hours about the trouble our environment is in, but here's the bottom line. My generation destroyed the planet, and we're counting on you to clean it up. Sorry. We feel awful about it. We do. But we're older, we're tired, we're getting Botox, you know, it's just priorities, you know. Plus, we cleaned your rooms up all those years, so it's kind of the same thing. Number 3, get mad. Not right now, but I think we've become too apathetic as a society. We need to get, are there little kids here? Okay. We need to get teed off more. We need to get pissed once in a while. We're paying $4 a gallon for gas, and the oil companies are reaping record profits, and that's just expletive deleted wrong, man. It's wrong. The expletive deleted was fucking. Anyway, that's where the big cane comes out and they just yank me right off the stage. Really, get mad about stuff. This is it's just gonna get worse and worse, and you gotta stand up and fight for it. And I don't know how these oil company executives stand there and look us in the face while they're, stashing all this money in their pockets. If someone could invent a car that ran on oil executive companies' bullshit, the whole problem would be solved. If you can't get mad, then at least don't become an oil company executive. Do that. All right, number 4. This list goes for like 38. Is that okay? All right. Stop watching so many damn reality shows. You're killing writers. I mean, American Idol and the dancing show and the models and the chefs and all that, those are fine. Those are like game shows. We can deal with those. But like Rock of Love? Come on, a washed-up rock star who sucked the first time around, by the way, seeks true love by climbing into a hot tub filled with a dozen skanks. Is that really entertainment? Is that really past for what entertainment? You're college graduates. You're smarter than this crap. Number 5, don't be afraid to pursue your dreams, even if everyone tells you your dreams are crazy. Unless, of course, they really are crazy. Then get a real job right away. So, let's see. Well, I was going to lecture about stealing music from the internet, but I'll let that slide. Most important, vote in this year's presidential election. Unless you're voting for McCain, then please stay home. No, he's a fine man, and he's a credit to our country, but he may be a little old for the job. I think he's thinking of adding Dick Clark as his vice president, so to add some youth to the ticket, So. Actually, I wasn't kidding earlier when I said I felt like a fraud being on this stage today, but I am truly honored to be up here with all these people and in front of all of you. Especially on the day my daughter is graduating. I'm a very lucky man, and I never forget that fact for a second. I have 5 amazing daughters. Let me get their names again. I can do it on there. Lauren Allison, Aaron, Sarah Taylor. Hey, there we go. I have 5 amazing daughters who have made me love fatherhood in a way I didn't even think was possible when I was a much younger man. I have an incredible wife who has taught me the true meaning of the word partnership, personally and professionally, and there's no one else I'd rather share life's highs and lows with. As far as my job, I get paid to do something I love, even on the days I hate it. And you can't ask for much more out of life than that. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm the happiest phony doctor of fine arts on earth. Hang on a second. You see the font I have this thing. I didn't want to wear my glasses. Look at how giant that is. On a very personal note, I should just tell you, there are things that will happen to you in your life, if I can talk to the students for a second. You just can't imagine happening to you now. We had last Thanksgiving wildfires in California. You may have saw them on CNN. I know everybody back here cheers them on. Oh, poor California. Go earthquake. I used to do it too. So. But I'll tell you, the fire we had in Thanksgiving came within, and I'm not exaggerating, within a foot or two of our house. And we were evacuated at 5 a.m. in the morning, a.m. in the morning, but yes. When something like that, when tragedy strikes that close to you, it really kind of puts your life in perspective, and it really makes you realize very quickly you can decide what's important in your life and what's just stuff. And I was in that moment, and I looked around at my stuff, and my kids were there, and my wife, and I grabbed my Emmys and ran. So it's a lesson to be learned there. So. There's one more thing I wanted to end this with, because I couldn't think of an ending, so I've got like 4. But actually, this one I wasn't sure I was going to do, but what the hell. I was worried about embarrassing Allison and the rest of my family, the entire college, and most important, myself. I know you expected jokes from me, and I hope you've gotten your fair share, but I was hoping to leave you with something a little more meaningful. I've never sung in public before. My family has never looked more frightened than they do right now. But because this is such a special occasion and such a happy and proud day for me, Allison's parents, her entire family, I'd like to give it a try. This is a song that means an awful lot to me. It's gotten me through some of the darker times in my life, and I hope someday it will do the same for you. If you know the words, please, please, please feel free to join me in singing a very meaningful song called Spider Pig. Students can stand if you'd like. Come on, stand up, stretch your legs. That's it, come on, come on. You guys know the Spider Pig song, right? If you don't, just mouth it like you did in high school choir, you know? All right, here we go. Is there anybody on a piano over there? All right, well then it's key of me. Hang in there. You ready? Spider Pig, does whatever a spider pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out. He is a spider pig. Good luck, class of 2008. Thank you very, very, very much.
Michael, thanks so much for being with us today and for giving the class of 2008 a lot to think about and a lot to laugh about. May I now introduce, to my right, your left, Professor Theodore Davidovich, Professor of Music in the very talented Westfield State College Chorale. Professor.
is the day which the Lord hath made. This is the day which the Lord hath made. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Let us rejoice, let us rejoice, let us rejoice, 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 and be glad in it. Gaudeamus igitur, Juven estum sumus. Gaudeamus igitur, Juven estum sumus. Post iucundam juventutem, post molestam semetutem, nos habebitumus, nos habebitumus. Vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat membrum quod libet, vivat membra quelibet, semper sit in flore, semper sit in flore. This is the day which the Lord hath made. Rejoice and be glad in. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Well, we thank the chorale and Professor Davidovich. And now, as we begin the formal ceremony, that in addition this afternoon and this morning to conferring our baccalaureate degrees, Westfield State is recognizing 6 individuals distinguished by exceptional achievements and influence in their fields, with notable relevance to the Westfield State College mission and curriculum and our faculty and our students. It is now a great pleasure to introduce the distinguished individuals upon whom Westfield State College proposes to bestow honorary degrees today, and our hope is that you would look in your program to find the biographies of each one of them. I will be ably assisted by the chairman of the Board of Trustees of Westfield State College, the Honorable Thomas Foley. First, Mr. Scully, if you would. Why don't you stand right up there? Westfield State College is proud to present you with this citation signifying the honorary degree which we are about to bestow. To all who may read this diploma, greetings. Steering the craft of comedy through the morass of popular media, you redefined the Homeric epic. Seemingly simple, The Simpsons and Springfield mirror the complexity, the poignancy, and the irony of contemporary life in the United States. Through laughter, you inspire harmony. Therefore, be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees that your achievements and contributions as writer and television producer hereby deserve recognition by the Academy, awarding the degree Doctor of Fine Arts honoris causa.
this on? Okay. Sir, in my 6th year on the Board of Trustees, this has probably been one of the most memorable graduations already. That's for sure. And it's not just because we have a new president, by the way. By the power vested in me as chair, the Westfield State College Board of Trustees hereby grants you, Mike Scully, the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
Would Gaetana Aliata please come to the podium? Gaetana Aliata, Westfield State is proud to present you with this citation. With tools forged from your own adversity, you built havens for others in the Pioneer Valley, the Cancer House of Hope. Your vision leads to transformative care for patients and families, shining as a model for holistic oncology support services everywhere. Therefore, be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees, in recognition of your contributions to innovative health and social services, deserve recognition by the Academy in awarding you the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa.
By the power vested in me as chair, the Westfield State College Board of Trustees hereby grants you, Gaetana Aliata, the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa.
Will the Honorable James T. Brett please come to the podium? You have launched strong alliances as a Massachusetts state legislator in the 15 years that you served, 9 times being recognized as the Legislator of the Year. Now as President and the Chief Executive Officer of the New England Council, you overcome every obstacle and every challenge with leadership and sagacity, generating opportunity and advocating dignity for all, committed to securing a prosperous future for our historic region. Be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees, in recognition of the Academy, the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa.
By the power vested in me as chair, the Westfield State College Board of Trustees hereby grants you, James Brett, the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa.
Would Justice Terry M. Craven, Westfield class of 1973, please come to the podium? Judge Craven, Westfield State, your alma mater, is proud to present you with this citation signifying the honorary degree which we are about to bestow. As an Associate Justice, you serve our Commonwealth with wisdom and insight. The innovations you instituted for juvenile and female offenders revitalized the court system, reaffirmed the individual, and reinforced the safety and vitality of our communities. And therefore, be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees that your contributions as an attorney and judge deserve recognition by the Academy, awarding the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations.
By the power vested in me as chair, the Board of Trustees of Westfield State College hereby grants you, Terry Craven, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Thank you.
Gonna make it official.
Would Tina Packer please come to the podium? Slowly. Okay.
I'm not going to have that stick in the picture.
Okay. Okay. Tina Packer, Westfield State College is proud to present you with this citation signifying the honorary degree which we are about to bestow. You founded Shakespeare and Company, the cultural cornerstone of the Berkshires and Western Massachusetts. Your passion and your faith in the richness, the timelessness, and universality of language and human experience resonate throughout your work from page to stage and in our hearts. And therefore be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees and President that your achievements and contributions as actress, author, and steward of the theater deserve recognition by the Academy, awarding the degree Doctor of Humanities, honoris causa.
By the power vested in me as chair, the Westfield State College Board of Trustees hereby grants you, Tina Packer, the degree of Doctorate of Humanities, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Good, thanks, Tina. Would Thomas Patty please come to the podium? Thomas Patty, Westfield State College is proud to present you with this citation signifying the honorary degree. You explore dynamic fusion between technology and art, engineering from the raw materials of glass and light, imagination and mastery, vibrant, iconic works, collected but not confined by the world's great museums, a living treasure sharing with us a legacy of the mystery event of discovery. Be it certified under the authority of the Board of Trustees that your achievements and contributions in the visual arts deserve recognition by the Academy upon awarding you the degree Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
By the power vested in me as chair, the Westfield State College Board of Trustees hereby grant you, Thomas Patty, the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
Let's all welcome these recipients of the honorary doctoral degree to our community. May I ask now if Leanne Amy LaJoy and Karen Elizabeth Mealy of the class of 2008 please come to the podium. This year, we are fortunate to have two co-valedictorians. Both are Commonwealth Honor Scholars. This award is presented to Leanne Amy LaJoy and Karen Elizabeth Mealy for completing all undergraduate academic work at Westfield State College with an outstanding cumulative academic record that's unsurpassed in the class of 2008. Leanne Amy LaJoy, history major, Karen Elizabeth Mealy, English major, both with exact cumulative GPAs of a perfect 4.0 average. Each year, members of the faculty nominate to the President and to the Board of Trustees who appoint selected recently retired faculty to emeritus rank. Individuals who are so designated have taught at Westfield State College for at least 10 years and have a distinguished record of teaching and scholarship and service. And I would ask that the emeritus faculty members stand as I read their name. This year's newly appointed professors emeriti are Professor Lawrence Paquette, Economics and Management, and Professor Horace Ace Marchant, Psychology Department. May I now introduce the Vice President of Student Affairs, Susan Lamontagne.
Good morning. The class officers and other special degree recipients will now receive their degrees. Diploma covers will be distributed by the advisors to the class, Professors Sonia Lawson and Janet Gebelt. Would the degree recipients please enter the platform from my right? President Dobell and Trustee Foley, I have the honor of presenting to you the following students. They have met the approved requirements for their degrees and have satisfied all other obligations to the college. I move, Trustee Foley, that you grant these students their respective degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State College, I hereby grant these students the undergraduate degree with all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to it.
Leanne Amy LaJoy, Bachelor of Arts, History, with 5 through 8 and 8 through 12 certification, summa cum laude, and President's Award recipient. Karen Elizabeth Mealy, class historian and English major with a 5 through 8 and 8 through 12 certification, summa cum laude, and President's Award recipient. SGA President John Petty, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, cum laude. Class Publicity Coordinator Celeste N. Evans, Bachelor of Arts in English. Representative to the Alumni Association, Kelly M. Danner, Bachelor of Arts in Music, summa cum laude. Representative to Student Government Association, Joseph D. DePiero, Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Representative to Student Government Association, Randy D. Lucius, Bachelor of Arts in Communication, cum laude. Representative to Student Government Association, Ashley J. White, Bachelor of Science in Education, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Representative to Student Government Association, Lisa C. Wilkinson, Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Class Secretary, Sarah E. Odachowski, Bachelor of Science in Education and Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Class Treasurer, Kerry E. Lyons. Bachelor of Science in Education, Elementary Education, and Early Childhood, cum laude. Class Vice President, Patrick J. Logan. Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. And the President of the Class of 2008, Michael J. Primo. Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, cum laude.
Associate? That's it.
Good afternoon. I'm Robert Bristow, Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs. Would the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? President Dobell and Trustee Foley, I have the honor of presenting students for the degree of Bachelor of Science. They have met the approved requirements for the degree and have satisfied all obligations to the college. I move, Trustee Foley, that you grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Science.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State College, I hereby grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to it.
It is requested that guests remain in their seats during the distribution of degrees so our graduates may advance towards the stage. Would the Bachelor of Science degree recipients please approach the platform from the outside ramps? The names of the graduates are being read by the chairs and the faculty of the host departments, and the diploma covers are being presented by the senior class officers. Oh. Okay. Representing the biology department is its chair, Carl Groba, and faculty member David Doe, who will be reading the names of the biology majors.
Bridget Ward. Amy Boyer, cum laude. Samantha Ford.
Kyle,
Elizabeth
Rachel, go ahead. Rachel McNeil.
Elizabeth Malone.
Kathy Chi. Rachel Durante, summa cum laude. Afua Antwi, cum laude.
Representing the business management program are Professors Catherine Sullivan and Connie Daniel.
I start? Matthew Shannon.
Stephen Yellett.
Christopher Spicer.
Jennifer McGuire.
Dylan Kelleher.
Timothy Thomas.
Colin Boucher.
Crystal Miltimore.
Anthony Santinelli.
Dina Kizeloff.
Cum laude.
Cum laude.
Marcus Henry.
Jeremy Felton.
Fabio Caputo, magna cum laude.
Megan Hibner.
Drew Nelowowski. I put my glasses on.
Joanna Bialabrowski.
Matthew Ross.
Dominika Podolski.
William Stewart, cum laude.
Brian Whalen.
Joseph Bertulli.
Michael Vacero.
Timothy Brown, cum laude.
Amy Lombard.
Jacqueline Vila.
Jenna Willard.
Thomas Flanagan.
Marissa LeBaire.
Timothy McLean.
Gregory Kelly.
Dan Loss.
Justin Clark.
Deborah Brunel.
Brian Field.
Lynn Boucher.
Jonathan Way.
Julie T. Katz, cum laude.
Matthew Salvador.
Chad Gablach, summa cum laude.
Dylan Schaefer Hines.
Mark Gemello.
Joseph Pevry.
Timothy Cabana.
Alan Acasa.
Adam Bird.
Zachary Fabry.
Paige Simonic.
Ryan Hadfield.
Jacqueline Hayden.
Francesco Andrew Villarol.
Supicha Lasanacha.
Bruce Cabrini.
Marion Tombri.
Lucas Lord.
Alana Hare.
Greta Kelly, summa cum laude.
Amy Rodriguez.
Christopher Nadu.
Ryan Benson.
Christopher Nadu, magna cum laude.
Sarah Hartley, cum laude.
Sarah Calvinese, cum laude.
Son Lam.
Jessica Vasquez.
Amanda Rockwood, magna cum laude.
David King.
Sarah Rockwood, magna cum laude.
Brian Smuda, cum laude.
Mary Snow.
Timothy Donahue.
Nicole Culverwell.
Joseph Stafford.
Diana Costas.
Benjamin Crum.
Danielle Conley. Alice.
Decacia Vinson.
Allison Droge.
Crystal Hudson.
Laura Barassa.
Tatiana Ponchuk, cum laude.
Sean Van Seth.
Sarah Charbonneau, cum laude.
Trent Rivers.
Emily Cote, summa cum laude.
Samantha Cunliffe.
Brian Grundy, cum laude.
Sarah Skinner.
Zachary Friel.
Lori Krizik.
David Covella, cum laude.
Michael Joseph Norwalk.
Eric Hammer.
Daniel McWilliams.
Heather Jensen, cum laude.
Right. Nadine Cody.
Tara Bergoli, magna cum laude.
Christina Borelli.
Jennifer Tassi.
Rachel Sullivan, cum laude.
Laura Bush.
Michael Brown.
Kate Gorbavets, magna cum laude.
Michael Chenard.
Sarah Huffman, magna cum laude. Matthew Plasick. Kevin Beinicki. Daniel Lafayette. Roxanne LaFlame. Lee Skelton.
Representing the Computer and Information Science Department are Professors Don Ferris and Larry Griffith.
Anthony Chenard.
Sean Leahy.
Welcome to our friends in Germany, and congratulations to Karen Bean.
Jose Sanchez, cum laude.
Representing the Department of Criminal Justice is the chair, Professor Kim Tobin, and faculty member Audra Lee Dalem Murphy.
Christine Verdolino.
Michael Matroni, summa cum laude.
Lindsay Holmes.
Joseph Morris, magna cum laude.
David Johansson.
David Donahue.
Matthew Miner.
Samuel Cordero.
Gregory Zani.
William Bishop.
Kevin Spohr, cum laude.
Nicholas Velez, cum laude.
Robert Goodwin.
Sean Brown.
Eric Walker, cum laude.
Brendan O'Malley, cum laude.
Thomas Lukasik.
Reed Booth, cum laude.
William Laporte.
Robert Klingerman.
Matthew Saylor.
Joseph Cotreau.
Mark Scola, cum laude.
David Burrick.
Stephen Gibbons.
Oops. Kendra Ford.
Kristen Bolognese, cum laude.
Amanda Graziano.
Emily Tanzi, cum laude.
Brenna Maroney.
Melissa Derby.
Kenneth Votrin.
Jennifer Dunn.
Lorraine Garrett.
John Swetland.
Joseph Ducharme.
Corey Lane.
Joshua Winters, cum laude.
Kimberly Ruzecki.
Alex Wasiluk, cum laude.
David Hunter, cum laude.
William Bartlett.
Timothy White.
Fendus? Christopher Fendus.
Matthew Terrell, magna cum laude.
Bradley White.
Ryan Polson.
Adam Nichols, cum laude.
John Ambrose.
Kelly Fitzgibbons, cum laude.
Christopher Malcolm, cum laude.
Catlin McHugh.
Joseph Swift.
Jessica Williams, summa cum laude.
James Mezier, cum laude.
Ryan Merrill.
Mark Seaman.
Michael Clark.
Maria Ramos.
Richard Ayer, cum laude.
Ashley Savage, magna cum laude.
Shane Malone.
Jillian Kojal, cum laude.
Joseph Welch.
Edward Polacek.
Kristen Rafferty, magna cum laude.
Jamie Scott Smith.
Daniel LeClaire, magna cum laude.
Christian Bodley.
Michael Cistolini.
Andrew Robideau.
Brian Barreo.
Danielle Rex, cum laude.
Robert Millette.
Cassandra Scott.
Kelly Tracy.
Gretchen Coates.
Derek Peabody, cum laude.
Lee Volmans.
Caitlin Strout.
Christy Miller.
Natalie Gardner.
Daniel Hurley, cum laude.
Brett Matuska.
Brenton Reveruzzi.
Michael Kluke.
Jason Graham.
Jeremy Halleck.
Caitlin Mers.
Joshua Lyon.
Sarah Devine.
Mitchell Winsnowski.
Zachary Hall.
Pamela Coons.
Kevin Schoenthal.
Kurt Samard, cum laude.
William Plew.
Tyler Pickless.
I know that. Edward Anino.
Daniel Quigley.
Noah Wade.
Nathaniel Richard.
Gemma Gaudette.
Wait a minute.
Corey Mello, cum laude.
Steve Hines.
Ryan Barrows.
John Tinerella.
Serena Ayala.
Stephen Bushnell.
Nellie Carmona.
Joseph Zancho.
Tracy Brown.
Patrick Landers.
Amanda Baker, cum laude.
Jason Fontaine.
Adam Van Buskirk, magnum cum laude.
Christopher Smertz.
Derek Harding.
Craig Ahern.
Jason Padaline, cum laude.
Daniel Russo.
Patrick Clark, cum laude. Congratulations. Chad Donahue. Richard Wright. Charlene St. Croix. Atina Alicia. Jonathan Mann. Patrick Grip. Michael Moriarty.
Is that it? Is that environmental science?
Regional planning.
Would Professor Stephanie Kelly please come to the stage? Okay. Representing the environmental science, representing regional planning and environmental science will be Professor Michael Vorick and Stephanie Kelly.
Ready? Anthony Middleton, magna cum laude.
Jason Brown, cum laude.
Gregory Vernon, summa cum laude.
Aaron DeMario, cum laude.
Evan Pagliucci.
Mark Kibbe.
Adam Kimiak.
Clinton LaFrance.
Thomas Naughton. Daniel Bennett. Scott Russell. Jenna Flynn, magna cum laude. Andrew Redfern.
Just one side, yes.
Representing the general science major is Professor Michael Young.
Teresa Salucci, summa cum laude. Christopher Bakalowicz. Jared Nugent. Dawn Hengel, summa cum laude. Leah Santa Anna. Susan Pease.
Representing the Movement Science Department is its chair, Professor David Lang and Carol Pearson.
Kimberly Walsh.
Daniel Gerton.
Stacy Coy.
Caitlin Curvin.
Colleen Geary, magna cum laude.
Nicole Dreger.
Tracy Pompey.
Jennifer Poitras.
Ashley S. LeBlanc.
Daniel Pellissier, summa cum laude.
Natalia Araskovich.
Adrian Walker.
Jennifer Sear.
Eric Elman.
Lori Ratkovich.
Evan Carrington.
Amanda Donahoe.
Christopher Worrell.
Kimberly Grant, magna cum laude.
Andrew Sotisak, cum laude.
Andrew Ethier.
Sarah Duggan.
Allison St. Clair, cum laude.
Danielle White, cum laude.
Caitlin Gallagher.
Shanda Silva.
Jennifer Raymond, magna cum laude.
Andrew Peebles.
How'd she have more than I did?
Good afternoon. I'm James Martin Rearman, Dean of Education. Would the Bachelor of Science in Education degree candidates please rise? President Dobell and Trustee Foley, I have the honor of presenting to you the students for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education. They have met the approved requirements for this degree and have satisfied all other obligations to this college. I move, Trustee Foley, that you grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Science of Education.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State College, I grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to it. We're on the other page there, right?
Would the Bachelor of Science in Education degree recipients please approach the platform from the outside? Names of the graduates are being read by Dr. Martin Henley, Chair of the Education Department, and Professor Judah Hughes. Diploma covers are being presented by the officers of the senior class. It is again requested that guests please remain in their seats during the distribution of the degrees so that our graduates may advance to the stage. Thank you.
Patricia Hagar, magna cum laude.
Stephanie Giancopoulos, elementary education. Okay.
Taryn Hagar.
Jean Turjan.
Alyssa Roy, cum laude.
Catherine Bitzaz.
Holly Beth Nero, cum laude.
Amber Lansing.
Elizabeth LeBlanc.
Ashley LaFlame.
Bridget Gleason.
Heather Benyak.
Michelle Jerkowski, cum laude.
Heather Moores.
Lauren Michelada, cum laude.
Sarah Spears.
Stacy Riffenberg.
Crystal Cortines.
Angela Buendo.
Megan Ennis.
Mallory Tripadoc, cum laude.
Ashley Kacklemeyer.
Jacqueline Bailey.
Nicole Souza, magna cum laude.
Rebecca Marciniak.
Christine Ugolny.
Catherine Sadlowski.
Rebecca Passato.
Ann O'Brien.
Hannah Peters, cum laude.
Haley Perry.
Carrie Weiler, summa cum laude.
Andrea Nicholas, cum laude.
Jillian Perry.
Candy Lane.
Allison Griffin.
Danielle D'Angelo.
Melissa Rogers.
Shauna Maloney.
Cynthia Harena.
Karen Ferry.
Melissa Betty, magna cum laude.
Crystalline Doran.
Heather Robinson.
Lauren Plickta.
Christine Berry.
Janine Valentin.
Jacqueline Turner.
Allison Scully, magna cum laude.
Lindsay Rhinowich.
Danielle Barassa, cum laude.
Jenna Feely.
Michelle Colson.
Christine James.
Ashley Sullivan.
Lauren Markson.
Jillian Bowes, cum laude.
Melissa Blaine.
Anita Jakes, cum laude.
Brittany Lloyd.
Molly Martell, cum laude.
Christy Joe Raymond.
Erin Mulligan, magna cum laude.
Carly Elizabeth Deirdre, cum laude.
Timothy William Tahasek.
Lindsay Ann Lassard, cum laude.
Danielle Marie Joyce, cum laude.
Jessica Hilda Busa.
Eric Guyette, cum laude.
Lindsay Ann Adams.
Melissa Kamich.
Stephanie Ring.
Dolly Clark.
Sean Leonard.
Amy Drenga.
Katie Brunel, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Gavin, magna cum laude.
Lauren Archibald, summa cum laude.
Erica Wilson.
Ashley Macy.
Megan Proudman, magna cum laude.
Lindsay Shook, magna cum laude.
Jennifer Joba, cum laude.
Michelle Caffrey.
Leslie Lessard, cum laude.
Stephanie Hill, magna cum laude.
Rachel Beaujolais.
Bridget Hartley.
Kristen Pellegrinelli, cum laude.
Amy Baya, cum laude.
Lisa Sansusi.
Danielle Mitchell.
Diana Swidrak, magna cum laude.
Lindsay Legendre, magna cum laude. Rachel Bonnell, cum laude. Candace McCarthy, cum laude. Janine Anderson. Molly Rivera, summa cum laude. Elaine Weiss, cum laude. Pamela Sherry. Tina Damore. Morgan Hosking. Kara Ferry. Megan Janda. Jennifer Curry, summa cum laude. Christine Wajner. Melissa Byland. Nicole Mastrowski. Teresa Kennelly, cum laude. Saren Bedell, cum laude. Colleen Smith, magna cum laude. Joyce Brown. Jason Muniz, cum laude.
Would the Bachelor of Arts candidates please rise? President Dobell and Trustee Foley, I have the honor to present the students for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. They have met the approved requirements for the degree and have satisfied all other obligations to the college. I move, Trustee Foley, that you grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By the authority vested in me by the trustees of Westfield State College, I hereby grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining to it.
Representing the art department will be the new incoming chair, Jamie Wainwright, and her colleague, Christina Sweden. Art department majors, please advance to the stage. Oh, wait, no.
Peter Donner, summa cum laude. Jolie Ruiz, art. Is she going? Jennifer Sanabria.
Yaritza Gonzalez.
Jocelyn Aponte.
Jamie Curran, cum laude.
Kimberly Roach, cum laude.
Christina Marie Granbois, cum laude.
Kristen Bodner.
Jennifer Goldberg, magna cum laude.
Andrea Leclerc.
Rebecca Lent, cum laude.
Kevin Duquette.
Carolyn Collins.
Jean-Marie Legvin, cum laude.
George Brewster.
Kimberly Galinas, cum laude.
I need to ask our audience to keep the aisles clear so our graduates can advance to the platform. Thank you. Representing the economics major is the program coordinator, John Wagner.
Wasn't your fault. Amanda Cody, magna cum laude. Skylar Wengreen. Mary Cunningham, magna cum laude. Colin Tanzi. Emmanuel Vera, magna cum laude. Kate Ridebaugh, cum laude. David Janik. Nicholas Lowe, magna cum laude.
Over here.
Jennifer Day, magna cum laude. Patricia Rudd, cum laude. Nicholas Crisatelli, cum laude. Ryan Sabin, magna cum laude. And Victor Davila.
Are you separating English then theater? Yes. Or are they all mixed? And they're all theater over there? Representing the Department of English is the chair, Glenn Brewster, and faculty member Jennifer DeGrazia.
Wait. Robin Gowett.
Maura St. Amand.
Danielle DeRochers. Ashley Hazeltine.
Veronica Martin.
Carrie Taverge. Magna cum laude.
Chelsea St. Marie.
David Plant, summa cum laude.
Aaron Leach, summa cum laude.
Michael Duffy, magna cum laude.
Sarah Pillen.
Brian Freeman.
Brian Riley. Emily Engel. Joseph Silva. Anya Sai, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Liz Thibault, cum laude. Jessica Tyrone, summa cum laude. Ashley Savola, summa cum laude. Megan Walker. Zachary Bartlett.
For the theater major, we have Sabina Klein reading the names.
John Shell. Mary Kate Gilrain. Sean Hogan. Aaron Garcia.
Representing the Department of History is its chair, Michael Koenig, and Professor Mark Abati.
Melissa Hazen.
Michael Manning.
Charles Wolf.
Joshua Yell.
Joseph Panetti.
Haney
Cum laude.
Somerset.
Sean Kavanaugh, cum laude.
Kevin Dansera.
John Muse.
Ryan Lecoq, cum laude.
Todd Kuzdeba.
Carrie Morse, cum laude.
Jennifer Cassidy.
James Melia, summa cum laude.
Hope Cordis, cum laude.
Lauren Nywening, cum laude.
Michael Reinhagen.
Jared Walsh, cum laude.
Sarah Archibald.
Haley Nelson.
Jonathan Pennington.
Brian McKenna.
Jeffrey Gordon.
Richard Sillenberg.
Slava Juk, cum laude.
Daniel Stern, cum laude.
Robert Caldwell. Philip Carvalho. William Velez. Magna cum laude.
Representing the Liberal Studies major is Dr. Carlton Pickron.
Tracy Levine. Christopher Martinez. Katie Lockenwitz. Alyssa Glenn. Deanna Brody. Andrew Serrano.
Get his eye. Lisa Ferroli. Colleen Nystrom.
Daniel Panagas.
Charles Belicki. Ryan Cahill.
Valerie Edwards.
Eric Sisteo. Adrian.
Karen Rose Flaherty.
Adrian Burgos.
Muriel Callahan.
Scott Miller.
Peter Rizzo, cum laude.
Oops, I missed that.
Timothy Chettle.
Julie Kozak.
Mei Tsang.
Courtney Andrews.
Nicole Chen.
Amanda Richmond.
Jordan Chiavelli.
Nicole Spagnoli. Laura Sadowski. Andrew St. Dennis. Katie Sullivan. Laura DeSorsi. Geraldo Cotton.
Representing the Department of Communication will be Professor Tom Gardner and Susan Leggett.
Matoka Hardy Martin.
Joseph Sullivan.
Kathleen Marcoux, cum laude.
Kevin McCarty.
Nicole Sylvester, magna cum laude.
Michael Coughlin.
Christopher Dondoros, cum laude.
Dr. Aliata, I'd like for you to come up and read this name or present. Amanda Aliata.
Christopher LaPlante.
Andrew Royce.
Aaron Carter.
Emily Oakes.
Molly Pappas.
Andrea Tassinari.
Jennifer Kroc.
James Foley.
Stephen Barbudo.
Caitlin Mack.
Thomas Masota.
Alicia Linder, magna cum laude.
Zachary Farley, magna cum laude.
Heidi Ulias, summa cum laude.
William Semino.
Benjamin Pegg.
David Thellion, cum laude.
Megan Walski.
William George, summa cum laude.
Jillian Casey, cum laude.
William McDonald, magna cum laude.
Emily Goodwin, magna cum laude.
Patrick Blanke.
Sarah Chiahomsky.
Megan Mello.
Leah Kaplan, cum laude.
Carolyn Eaton.
Jennifer Ledbury.
Jose Delgado.
Paloma Richards, magna cum laude.
James Michael Craven.
Trevor Gregor.
Madeline Finn.
Ryan Wood.
Laura Wise.
Andrew Loring.
Tara Fitzgerald.
Graham Hoopengartner.
Talon Gormley.
Christopher Flood.
Emily Taft. Justin Bushy.
What?
Ryan Carvalho.
Okay, liberal arts. Rhiannon Sergienko.
Thomas Light.
Jason Bonin.
Christopher Grabowski.
AJ Capacetti. Samantha Horn. Is she done over there? Paige Lieberworth. Danielle Haight.
Representing the mathematics degree will be Professors Marianne Connors and Ted Welsh.
Danielle Boucher, summa cum laude.
Deborah Ziemba.
Samantha Knight, cum laude.
Evan Cullerton.
Joseph Axenroth.
Jesse Bean.
Representing the Department of Music is our chorale director, Ted Davidovich.
Kyle Chaplick, cum laude. Katie Simon Fung, magna cum laude. Jenna Zada, cum laude. Caitlin Cook. Thomas Anthony Kelly. Justin Calcazola. Benjamin Souza.
Representing the Department of Political Science is the chair, Dr. Marcia Murata, and Professor Brian Steinberg.
Ross Hildenen, summa cum laude.
Daniel Hall.
Muhammad Ibrahim.
Nicole Salvaggi, summa cum laude.
Kelly Longden.
Melissa Daly, magna cum laude.
Christina Jalou.
Adam Sugar.
Bridget Murray, cum laude.
Brian Bonneville.
Anthony Petrucelli.
Stephen Bashaw.
Jacqueline Bouchereau, cum laude.
Jody Berthume.
Robert Maurice.
Robert Crowell, summa cum laude.
Brendan Nagarian.
Jeffrey
Nagarian.
Farrington, cum laude. Jennifer Espinoza.
Representing the Department of Psychology is its chair, Professor Stan Jackson and Professor Jack Speiler.
DJ Saffron.
Edwin Cartagena.
James Burke.
Michael DeRocher.
Stephanie Morel, cum laude.
Stephen Burnett.
Antonia Ordman.
Kyle Cortis.
Brian Cole.
Joshua Garcia.
Cheryl Vieira, magna cum laude.
Bethany Oswicki, cum laude.
Lindsay Malmborg.
Catherine Olier.
Maria Latas, cum laude.
Christina Donegan, cum laude.
Joanne Maderos.
Clifford Ashbrook, cum laude.
Kirsten Scott.
Kyle Martell, cum laude.
Betty Deli.
Nicole Noble, magna cum laude.
Andrea Mitchell, magna cum laude.
Rena Newman, cum laude.
Michelle O'Brien, cum laude.
Amalia Rodriguez, cum laude.
Krista Grafoni.
Danielle Taleas.
Rebecca Cook, summa cum laude.
Lauren Vandenbalk, cum laude.
Ashley Ferrara.
Amanda Bush.
Laura Machekny.
Elise Lord.
Jessica Trovato, cum laude.
Sarah Vanderhoof, cum laude.
Christy LaFlamme.
Stephanie McWilliams.
Kimberly Johnson.
Bethy Soul.
Paula Regatas.
Alyssa Solomon, magna cum laude.
Rebecca Perry, cum laude.
Lindsay Safale, cum laude.
Zadal Williams.
Paniota Canavaros, magna cum laude.
Brendan McCabe.
Katie Tuttle, summa cum laude.
Danielle Hebert.
Amanda Arce, summa cum laude.
Ruby Mestry.
Bridget Egan.
Melissa Gilbert, magna cum laude.
Kathleen Knight, magna cum laude.
Amy Lou Lagerstrom.
Jenna Collins.
Lauren Armano.
Paige Martin.
Laura Haig, cum laude.
Deirdre Berry, magna cum laude. Jennifer Simpson, cum laude. Sarah Granfield. Mary Elaine Maggi. Krista Manzi. Angela Folsom. Carmen Martinez. Jennifer Morel.
Representing the major of sociology will be Professor Kate Bagley and Bob Kirsting.
Courtney Corbett.
Brendan Rogers.
Jennifer Can.
Jessica Gregoire, cum laude.
Stacy Berry, summa cum laude.
Letitia Jackson.
Would the Bachelor of Social Work degree recipients please approach the stage?
This is the end.
The names of the graduates are being read by Professor Kate Bagley and Bob Kirsting. And the diploma covers are being distributed by the senior class officers.
You jump right in.
Second. President Dobell and Trustee Foley, I have the honor to present the students for the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. They have met all the requirements and satisfied all the obligations to the college. I move, Trustee Foley, that you grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Social Work.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Westfield State College, I hereby grant these students the degree of Bachelor of Social Work with all the honors, rights, privileges pertaining to it.
Annie Leister.
Jaitsa Mong, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Beaudry.
Sarah Lynn Rodriguez, cum laude.
Renee LeBlanc.
Catherine Jangarelli.
Tracy Lawrence.
Jamie Lee Mello.
Jennifer Paul, cum laude.
Douglas Fitzpatrick.
Christina McGorty, magna cum laude.
Phyllis White.
Sarah Daphnis.
Rena Urizaria.
Angela Colon Torres.
Lindsay LeClaire.
Stephanie Larguina.
Jonathan Marchi.
Ashley Solom.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I just have your attention for one moment? What a privilege it is as president to be able to give the final charge to the class. And if I could have that moment to speak directly to my students in the class of 2008. Today you complete one chapter of what I hope will be a lifelong relationship with Westfield State. Each and every one of you has helped to shape this college. Each of you has been part of a time of historic change, a remarkable moment, and a very proud 170-year tradition. Each of you is special to Westfield State, and each of you is special to me and to our faculty. I wish for you every blessing. A life that is rooted in family and faith, days that are filled with the challenge and the fulfillment of giving every ounce of yourself in noble causes and simple acts of kindness, security of health and self, and even more important, and immeasurable richness that's earned through service to others. I wish for you peace in your heart, but not complacency in your soul. For a liberal education should not only affirm a disciplined and a rigorous mind, but inspire an impatience with injustice, an unwillingness to accept that which is easy, that which is wrong, or that which is unworthy of civil society. To paraphrase Theodore Roosevelt, there is nothing worthy in achieving a peaceful life when that peace is based upon lack of desire or failure of courage in the face of profound challenges. The only peace worth having is the inner peace which comes to those who live life to its full measure, those who see in life's challenges the opportunity to make a difference. Responsibility walks in close formation with the benefits of a liberal arts education. The great writer Dante tells us of a very special place in hell for those who preserve their neutrality in times of moral crisis. You who are the most talented of your generation, you who are informed by the traditions of our liberal education, must not rest in the safe confines of indifference and moral neutrality. You must lead us. You must lead your community. You must lead your nation in eloquent and unyielding battle for that which is good and right, and against that which is bad and is wrong. Yours must be the voices that cry out for human dignity. Yours must be the hands which lift high the human spirit. And yours must be the eyes that see the potential in every child. To do otherwise is to fall prey to what Cicero called culpable inactivity, a fate that is unworthy of you as sons and daughters of Westfield State and as citizens of this republic. It is your mandate, and because of who you are and what you have learned, you cannot avoid it. And I hope you will embrace it with a vigor and a joy that will define your life and inspire the lives of those around you. You must do so because you are the best hope of a world in need, and you will succeed because you are outstanding men and women. You are Westfield State, and we are very proud of you. And as you leave this campus for the last time as an undergraduate, may the rest of your days be filled with nothing but blue skies and green lights. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, the class of 2008. Would the audience please remain standing and join the Westfield State College Chorale, who will rejoin us, and the class of 2008 in singing the Westfield alma mater, and remain standing for the remainder of the ceremony. Thank you and good afternoon.
Westfield alma mater, Westfield alma mater, we salute and honor thee. Thy loved name instills in us thoughts of hope and victory. Through the years that are before us, may we keep within our hearts memories inspirational that thy proud name imparts. Westfield, we are loyal to thee. Westfield alma mater.
Would the audience remain in their seats until the recessional of graduates is complete? Please keep the center aisle open. A reception will immediately follow the conclusion of these ceremonies in the dining commons. The 169th commencement exercises of Westfield State College are now complete.